Hello everyone, welcome to my channel B&B CBS Gossip 24. Dylan's driver confession, Hayes' teacher ran over Luna. The bold and the beautiful spoilers for Tuesday, November 25th, reveal that Dylan will make a driver confession, so Hayes Finnegan's art teacher ran over Luna Nozawa. Electra Forrester just got a text from someone claiming to have been behind the wheel that night, so she was both stunned and confused. It left Electra wondering how this person got her number and why they would send her this message. On Tuesday's B&B episode, Electra may text back some questions and try to get to the bottom of all this. Once Electra updates Katie Logan, Heather Tom, on the situation, they'll mull over who could be responsible and agree this whole thing is a bit unsettling. Later, Electra will be in the Forrester design office when someone surprising comes along. It'll be Dylan, who taught Hayes' summer art program at the beach house. Electra used to pick Hayes up from class sometimes, so she'll definitely remember Dylan from their earlier interactions. That also explains how Dylan got Electra's phone number, since she presumably had it in case there was an emergency with Hayes. However, Electra won't put the puzzle pieces right away when Dylan shows up at Forrester Creations. Dylan will sit down with Electra and announce that she's got something to confess, so that should lead to a full admission about what happened with Luna. B&B fans will recall that Luna terrified Dylan when she locked her up as a hostage during all the beach house chaos. Dylan was no doubt traumatized by that incident, and even more traumatized when Luna jumped in the path of her car out of nowhere. That said, this was clearly an accident and not an act of revenge. Dylan couldn't have known that Luna would pop out at that exact moment, so she's not in trouble with the cops or anyone else. Of course, Dylan might admit she's relieved to know Luna won't be able to hurt anyone anymore. Even so, a life was lost and this created a media frenzy, so Dylan may apologize for any distress she caused. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say Electra will be thrown for a loop once Dylan comes clean, so stay tuned for her reaction to this shocking news. Dylan's confession, Electra's world shatters again? The bold and the beautiful spoilers reveal that during the week of November 24th, Dylan, Sydney Bullock, returns. A preview clip shows the teacher showing up at Forrester Creations to make some kind of confession to Electra Forrester, Linnea Grace. What exactly is this confession and why would it matter to Electra? Keep reading and let's talk about the possibilities. Luna Nozawa's death. Let's start off by talking about Luna Nozawa's death. Will Spencer and Electra sure went through a lot thanks to Luna. While the gal is dead, there are complicated emotions considering the baby is also dead. Will Spencer's complex emotions. While Luna's death is a relief to many, Will is mourning. The young man isn't mourning Luna, but the baby that he lost. While Bill Spencer and Katie Logan were going to adopt the baby and raise it as their own, that was still Will's child. It's only natural that he feels a bit of grief. After all, he had just gotten used to the idea of having the child in his life. Dylan's confession. The bold and the beautiful spoilers reveal that the preview clip for the week of November 24th shows Dylan showing up. If you don't remember her, she was Hayes Forrester Finnegan's art teacher. The lady was also locked up in a closet while she tormented Steffi Forrester Finnegan. Dylan shows up, not to see Steffi, though. The woman stops by Electra's office. Of course, Electra recognizes her, as she helped Steffi and John Finnegan with Hayes. Electra dropped the little boy off at art class all the time. However, Dylan admits she has a confession to make. What is this confession and why would Electra care? Electra Forrester's world shatters? Now that Luna is dead, Will and Electra think everything is going to be perfect now. However, in soaps, couples are always facing some kind of complication. Dylan might admit she knew Miss Sunshine was Luna, but I don't think that's it. Luna is dead, so there is no reason to admit it. The only thing I can think of is that Dylan is the one who hit Luna with her car. Another possibility is that Dylan has a history with Will. Dylan looks pretty young, so she would fall into Will and Electra's age group. There have been a lot of younger people coming on the show lately. That makes sense as all the kids have grown up. With Luna gone, there needs to be more young people. However, will Dylan's confession shatter Electra's world? Stay tuned to find out. Dylan breaks down and confesses everything. Dylan, normally quiet and well-mannered, finally cracks under the weight of guilt. He arrives at the station shaking, with Baker staring him down. Dylan, voice trembling. I didn't mean to. I swear I didn't mean to hit her. Everyone assumes he's talking about someone else. Then Baker uses Luna's photo to test his reaction. Dylan crumbles. He was the driver who hit Luna. But that isn't the shock. 2. Dylan wasn't alone in the car. He reveals a horrifying detail. Heavy checkmark, he wasn't the only one there. Heavy checkmark, someone pressured him to keep quiet. Heavy checkmark, someone with influence at Hayes' school. Heavy checkmark, someone who needed this to go away. Baker senses a bigger crime. This is no accident. This is a cover-up. Explosion symbol 3. The twist. Hayes' teacher was the real reason Dylan stayed silent. Dylan finally names the person who pressured him. Hayes Finnegan's homeroom teacher. A teacher who wrongfully blamed Luna for influencing Hayes. Had a secret vendetta against the Spencer family. Was driving behind Dylan's car and saw the entire accident. Convinced Dylan to hide the truth for everyone's protection. This teacher promised to fix everything. Instead, she buried evidence and tried to pin Luna's accident on Luna herself. Hayes' teacher is now on the run. 4. Finn and Steffi are horrified. When Finn learns that Hayes' teacher was involved in Luna's hit-and-run, he explodes. Steffi goes ice-cold, furious that someone in Hayes' school manipulated a vulnerable kid into hiding a crime. Both confront the school administration. The school panics. The teacher is missing. Fire 5. Bill Spencer arrives, and vows vengeance. Bill storms into the station, grabs Dylan by the collar, and Baker must physically separate them. Bill. If Luna had died, I swear to God. Baker warns Bill. This goes deeper than Dylan. Someone orchestrated this. Bill only gets more dangerous. Bomb 6. The investigation blows wide open. Baker orders a warrant for the teacher. Forensic review of her phone. Searches of her car, office, and digital records. And then, Fire 7. A final shock ending. The teacher messages someone. The episode ends on a cliffhanger. A phone vibrates. A hand picks it up. A message reads. They're getting too close. Move the girl. Now. Move the girl. Meaning Luna. The teacher isn't working alone. Someone still has Luna. And they're already preparing for the next move. Bill hunts the teacher, and finds Luna's bracelet. The Bold and the Beautiful, 4-episode scene breakdown. Bill has one mission, find the teacher. The episode opens at Spencer Publications. Bill is pacing like a caged animal. His eyes are fire. His hands shake not from fear, but from barely contained rage. Wyatt tries to reason with him. Wyatt. Dad, Baker said stand down. Bill. Baker isn't searching fast enough. Someone took Luna. Someone hurt her. Someone ran her down, and convinced a kid to keep quiet. His voice drops to something dangerous. Bill. And now that teacher is gone. Which means she's running. Which means she knows where Luna is. He grabs his keys. The Spencer jet engines roar in the background. Bill's solo hunt begins. Bill retraces every documented movement Hayes' teacher made before disappearing. Heavy checkmark her last known location. Heavy checkmark her classroom. Heavy checkmark her storage unit. Heavy checkmark the pier where Dylan said he met her. Heavy checkmark the old service road leading toward Malibu Canyon. Bill refuses backup. He refuses police escort. This is personal. The abandoned car. Just past dusk, Bill finds it. A silver sedan with the teacher's plates. Parked crooked. Door half open. Keys still in the ignition. Bill's voice is low, cold, lethal. Bill. You're close. You're scared. And you're sloppy. He calls Baker. Bill. I found her car. But I'm not waiting for you. He disconnects the call. Footprints into the woods. The ground near the abandoned car is disturbed. Bill kneels, running a hand over the dirt. Heavy checkmark one set of adult shoe prints. Heavy checkmark another set, too small. He blinks. Bill. No. No, no, no. The second set of prints is lighter. Erratic. Dragged. Luna's prints. Someone pulled her through the woods. Bill pushes through thick brush, following the trail by phone flashlight. Branches slap him. Mud stains his dress shoes. He doesn't care. He keeps whispering Luna's name under his breath, almost a prayer. A father's desperation. The bracelet. He reaches a clearing. Stops dead. The wind blows something metallic in the dirt. Bill crouches. Bill lifts it with trembling fingers. A delicate silver bracelet. Bent. Mud-splattered. But unmistakable. The bracelet he bought Luna for her birthday. The bracelet she said she'd never take off. Bill's breath breaks. His eyes water but he refuses tears. Bill. Luna, baby girl. He sinks to his knees, holding the bracelet like it's the last piece of her left on earth. But then, he notices something else. A deep groove in the dirt. Like something heavy was dragged. A door-shaped outline in the ground. A hidden hatch. Bill finds the secret access. Bill pulls the brush aside. And there it is. A rusted metal door flush with the earth. Latched shut from the outside. Fresh muddy fingerprints all over the handle. Bill's stomach twists. This is not a coincidence. This is a prison. Something is below. Someone is below. A sound below. A muffled cry. Faint. Female. Broken. Bill, whisper shouting. Luna? Sweetheart? Can you hear me? The cry stops. Silence. Then, a new sound. Footsteps. Coming up the hatch stairs. Fire Bill prepares for war. Bill backs up, fists clenched, ready to fight whoever comes through that door. He grips the bracelet in one hand. His face is pure fury. Pure fear. Pure father. Bill. If you touched her. If you even breathed near her. I swear you're not leaving these woods. The hatch lock jiggles. Bill braces. And the episode ends on the frame of the hatch lifting. Just enough to reveal. A shadow. A silhouette. Not the teacher. Someone bigger. Someone familiar. Someone Bill never expected. Luna sits on a cold concrete floor, wrists raw from restraints that were removed only minutes earlier. Her breathing is shallow. Her vision still foggy from sedatives Tobias forced on her. She presses her hands to her temples. And then, a noise. A voice. A voice she knows better than any other. Bill. Above her. Muffled. Calling her name through the metal hatch. Her entire body jolts. Luna, choked whisper. Dad. Broken heart disbelief turns to hope. For a split second, she thinks she imagined it. She's hallucinated him before, heard him comforting her when she was delirious with fear. But this is clearer. Stronger. Realer. The scraping of boots overhead. The rattle of metal. His voice, raw with desperation. Bill. Luna. Sweetheart, answer me. Her tear-filled eyes widen. It's him. It's really him. Luna scrambles to her feet, dizziness making her sway. She reaches toward the ceiling, fingertips brushing the damp concrete. Luna. Dad. I'm here, I'm here. But she's too weak. Her voice cracks. Echoes. The walls swallow it whole. The room starts to shift. Luna realizes something terrifying. Someone is coming down the stairs toward her. Not Bill. She hears Tobias shouting up at Bill. Tobias. Back off, Spencer. You're already too late. Bill roars something unintelligible. Metal clashes as he slams himself against the hatch. Luna panics. She backs up. Hands shaking. Luna. No, 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 no. Explosion symbol. The first flashback returns. Suddenly, a memory slams into her. The headlights. The screams. The impact. And then, another figure stepping out of the passenger side. She sees their silhouette again. Not Tobias. Not the teacher. Someone else. Someone she recognizes now. She gasps. Luna. It wasn't just him. The memory flickers, unstable but real. There were two people in that car. Link symbol. Luna makes a decision. Tobias' steps clank down the metal stairs. She doesn't have time to wait for Bill to break through. She must move. She must fight. She must reach him. She wipes her eyes, backing into the shadows. Her voice trembles but rises. Luna. Dad. I'm coming. I'm trying. She looks around the room. The chains. The overturned medical table. The wheeled cart. Her survival instincts sharpen. She grabs the cart handle. And waits. Crossed swords. Tobias enters, and Luna strikes. The door at the bottom of the stairs flies open. Tobias storms in. Tobias. You're not going anywhere, little miss. Before he finishes, Luna shoves the metal cart into him with every ounce of strength she has left. It smashes into his ribs. He grunts, stumbling backward. She sprints past him, nails scraping the wall for balance. Tobias recovers fast. Tobias, snarling. You're dead. He grabs her ankle. Luna collapses. Screams. Kicks. Twists. Bill hears it from above. Bill, furious, muffled. Luna. Luna, hold Owen. He's slamming his shoulder into the hatch so hard it rattles the trees. High voltage sign. Luna breaks free. Luna digs her fingernails into the floor, pulling herself toward the stairs. She kicks Tobias square in the jaw. He falls back, cursing. She scrambles to her feet, dizzy, weak, but determined. She reaches the bottom stair. Looks up at the hatch. Sees dust raining down as Bill tries to break through. Her voice cracks. Luna. I'm here. Dad, I'm coming. Don't stop, don't stop. She forces herself up the steps, one trembling foot after another. Halfway. Tobias grabs her shirt from behind. The final struggle. Luna screams. Bill freezes above. Bill. Luna. Luna. Tobias pulls her back with inhuman strength. Luna clings to the railing, knuckles white. Her legs slip. Her body trembles. Her breath breaks. But then, she hears Bill's voice again. Not muffled this time. Right above the hatch. Bill. I'm here. I'm not leaving you. I'm right here. Her eyes fill with tears. Luna, whispering to herself. Move. 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 She turns, slams her elbow into Tobias' face. He howls. She bolts up the stairs. Sun with small cloud hash the light above. She reaches the top. The hatch cracks open, just an inch, Bill pushing from above. Their fingers almost touch through the gap. Bill. Luna. Grab my hand. But just as she stretches toward him, Tobias yanks her backward down the stairs. She slips. Falls. The world blurs. Her scream echoes. Bill roars her name so loudly the entire forest seems to shake. Bill's heaving breaths and the metallic thrash of his shoulder slamming into the hatch of the underground bunker. His bruised. Bleeding from the arm. Eyes wild. Bill, furious, shaking. Luna. Answer me. Another slam. The hatch groans. Dents inward. Above the metal, the faintest sound echoes up, Luna's scream. Then silence. Bill's face drains of color. Bill, whisper. No, no. He steps back. Then charges. Explosion symbol. The hatch gives way. With a final scream, Bill drives his boot into the latch. Metal snaps. The hatch bursts open. A choking burst of dust blows into the air. Bill drops to his knees, coughing, then crawls to the opening, shining his flashlight down into the bunker. His voice cracks. Bill. Luna, sweetheart. I'm here. The beam of light falls onto nothing. Just an empty concrete floor. A toppled cart. Scattered chains. A trail of smeared blood leading toward the back wall. But no Luna. Whole hash. The room is empty. Bill jumps down into the bunker and lands hard, barely feeling the pain. He whips the flashlight across the room. Bill, louder. Luna. Luna. His voice echoes back at him. Mocking. Hollow. Then he sees something on the ground. A single strand of her hair caught on a bolt. He picks it up with shaking hands. Closes his eyes. Bill, broken whisper. No. No, no. He scans the room again, faster, frantic, desperate. And then he sees it. Right pointing magnifying glass. The escape tunnel. A metal shelving unit has been dragged aside. Behind it is a jagged hole in the wall, barely big enough for a person to crawl through. Torn fabric hangs from exposed rebar. There are 2 sets of marks in the dirt. One from Luna. One from whoever dragged her. Bill drags the flashlight beam through the tunnel. Fresh footprints. Blood drops. A broken zip tie. His jaw tightens. His eyes go cold. Bill. She's not dead. She's moved. Mobile phone. The call to Baker. Bill grabs his phone. Baker, answering. Spencer? Did you find the girl? Bill doesn't waste a second. Bill. She was here. She was alive. She fought like hell. I heard her. I was right above her. His voice starts to break. He forces it back together. Bill. She's gone. They took her through a tunnel. They planned this. Baker swears under his breath. Baker. I'm sending every available unit. Bill, cutting him off, lethal. No. You listen to me now. A beat. Bill's voice drops like a blade. Bill. I'm finding her myself. Torch the track begins. Bill kneels at the tunnel mouth. He runs 2 fingers through the dirt until he finds what he knew would be there. Tire tracks. Fresh. Wide. Military tread. A transport van. His breath stutters, rage and fear twisting inside him. Bill. Sheila. He stands. His face turns to stone. Bill. You picked the wrong girl to touch. Police cars' revolving light sirens echo in the distance. Patrol cars approach. Lights bounce through the trees. Bill looks up at the forest canopy, throat tight. He closes his eyes. Bill, whispering to Luna. Don't give up. I swear to you. I'm coming. He presses his palm against the hatch frame, as if reaching for the spot where their fingers almost touch through the metal. Then he turns. And walks toward the tracks. Determined. Unstoppable. Deadly.